Man, it was freezing last night. How you guys doing this morning? It was freezing freaking cold last night. I gotta try and figure out this morning what elevation I'm sitting at. I should know this already, but I walked into it last night. Jesus Christ. I'm at an old mining town. Good morning, everyone. Um, I think it might have been 30 degrees this morning, maybe. And that's on the warm side. Man, it got cold. I had a hint last night it was going to get cold because right when I pulled in, it was freaking cold. So I didn't even put my water out. I usually had this big blue water jug right here. I moved it to the front seat so it wouldn't get cold, like freezing. Yeah. Little miscalculation on my part. Apparently the peak is 9,000 feet up. I don't know where their peak is, but I'm guessing I'm about 5,000 feet up. Because I don't see any really tall mountains around me. Audio seems low. Thank you. I made a mistake. Let me fix that right now. Hold on. Let's see what I need. This one? Making coffee, by the way, if you want to know what that noise is in the background. Okay. Okay, that should be about a gazillion times better. Let me check this thing. How bad is it? How bad is it? Strange looking without the cover on it. Looks naked. It's not supposed to look. Little cover on it. You can see the specks on the glass. I have to clean this up. I have another one, but I have to clean this one up. I think I messed up a whole hike footage. I might have to go back and reshoot it, which would not be a bad hike. It was a beautiful hike in Zion National Park. There's a couple other places I wanted to go to down there too. Didn't make it. Didn't make it. Didn't make it. Where are we at on power here? 32. Okay. Mental note. 32. Oh, I had water in here. Crap. I had a lot of water in here. I'm in a ghost town. I'm really, literally, like, I'm camped on top of a tailings pile, I think. But I see some foundations of sorts. I see some old equipment down there rusting away, and I see some kilns. So that's at least happening. It's not an extensive one, but I'm in the middle of freaking nowhere, Utah now. I'm heading my way up north. Man, there's a lot of Minersville. I'm just outside of Minersville. I'm heading my way up to, well, north. I'm stopping along the way in different spots. But yes, I'm in a ghost town. Woohoo! Okay. It's coffee time. A little crowded in here because I'm getting used to this new container I put in here. Not quite sure I should have done that. However, it's here and it's doing its job. It's holding stuff. It's meant to be less access, but I'm accessing it a lot compared to this bigger one. I guess it switches duties up. It's just a slightly taller one on this side. Where is my coffee mug? I do not. I put it back. I put it back. I think the first time in 3 years I actually put the thing where it's supposed to go. It's usually hanging out and about. Yeah, it's like wintertime again, folks. I went back in time. This is not coffee, this is sugar in a coffee container. And creamer. I should be using just regular milk, but I guess it's part of my habit now. I got some dirty dishes to clean up here. Put these out here. And this is dirty as well. Got trash to take care of. Okay. I got some chores to do this morning. Dealing with trash when you're on the road is it's every day, all the time thing. Anytime I see a trash bin, I'm like, oh, I need to throw my trash out. No matter how full I am at. So I've kind of drawn out my general path on the map here. I bought one of these really great maps. It's the Deluxe Motor Carriers Atlas, Road Atlas. It's all laminated so you can write on it and then erase it. It's great. There's all these national parks in Utah. I mean, 3/4 of Utah is like a national park of some sort, or national forest. Come on, coffee. Oh, you're burning. Tell you. Gosh, I sure hope it's Sunday. The footage I looked at, man, that looked bad. I need to fix that footage. Come on in my house. Come on, come on. Come on in my house. Come on, come on. There we go. You stay right there, please. And that's all she wrote. Coffee's made. Sorry for that noise. That's my inverter. I'll be turning that off in a second. Thanks for showing up to this live stream. And good morning. I just woke up in a ghost town. Traveled up from Laverne yesterday, and took a nice hike to 2 abandoned cabins. 2 professors from Brigham Young University, I believe, back in the 30s, created 2 cabins out on this hike that I took yesterday. Beautiful hike. If you guys get a chance, I highly recommend this hike. It's in Zion National Park. It's in the western part of the park, the western entrance, I guess. And you would have to kind of go out of your way to get to it. But it's not part of the main park, the main portion of the park. It's an arm off to the west. It's great. I believe it's called Taylor Trail or something like that. Beautiful though, absolutely stunning. You start out descending into this lake, into this like stream, and then you follow this stream all the way back to its origin, and that's this double arch alcove is what they call it, the double arch alcove of Zion National Park. That's where I was at. So I hiked all the way to the back to where you can see these double arches. So it's basically, how do you explain this? A big, huge cave. I don't know, it's like 20 stories tall. It's huge. And above that cave is another, like an arch. It looks like a cave. It's like 2 caves stacked on top of each other, but they're huge. But the top one's not really like a cave. It's more like a bridge, like an arch that you normally see. And the bottom one's kind of like an arch. It just hasn't fully fallen apart yet, I guess. I don't know. But that's the hike I might have to redo because the lens on my camera was dirty and I didn't realize it. It was dirty on the inside. So it's one drawback to this camera is you can't see stuff like that until you get it back to a computer. So, there's advantages and disadvantages to it. The advantage is everyone thinks I'm a tourist walking around with a stupid little camera. It's perfect. Uh, I like that it's not super stabilized. It looks like you're still holding the camera and it's kind of moving around with you. It's not super buttery smooth. I don't need that. I don't actually want that. With gimbals, you can tune that out. You can micro adjust a gimbal to have some movement to it as you're walking versus super buttery smooth. So I can't really argue that too much. But come on, you see me running down the street with this thing, you're gonna think I'm just some Joe Blow, right? Seriously, this looks like a toy. Like a little kid would have this. I am a little kid. What am I saying? But yes, so it's fun just to pick this up, turn it on, and you're off and running. I use my battery pack hooked up with this, so I can leave this running all day long. On is just point and use it like I would a cell phone, like a cell phone's on all the time. I can get like 2 days this thing straight on recording all the time. It's remarkable what I can do with this combo. That's why you see me wearing that backpack. This is part of that reason. This is in that backpack. A wire comes out the backpack and into the camera. And I also carry my cell phones in the backpack and so on. Good morning, Rita. Good morning, John. Good morning, Greg. Chelle. Good morning. Ghost Town for breakfast. The Arch High? Is that correct? Did I pronounce that correct? Good morning, the Arch High. Good morning, Don. Camp Beatles is here. Victor's here. Victor, thanks for Victor Debs. Thanks for the help with the microphone. 85 in Tallahassee. I would say it's probably 30 degrees outside right now. It's fucking cold. Didn't you go to sleep in a ghost town? Yes, I did, and I woke up in a ghost town. God damn it. And good morning, Chelle. Jacob, thank you for your comment. I like your style and video. No quick pans. I think they're fast, but I try to slow them down. I'm conscious of that. I should say. My nose is tickling. I don't know if this is a common thing with you folks, but when it gets cold outside, my nose starts to run. I don't know why. I think it's to keep the inside of my nose from drying up. But yeah, thank you, Victor. Yes, I do want to see that, Rita. Rita sent me the some information on a place that might interest me because she seems to understand that I have an interest in a character of the Western days. What I find interesting about uh, the Western days are the stories that are attached to some of these people. Billy the Kid is a good one. He had this whole story around him. Billy the Kid, and any of the gunslingers, they had a reputation too that kind of precedes them. I find it interesting that was going on, and you don't really get that these days. That's kind of thing of the past. You might see it in a movie or in a comic book, but you don't really see it in real life. You don't have like gunslingers walking the West kind of thing anymore, or people living in really harsh conditions but seemingly having no problem doing it. People who live in or work in or have an occupation of being in danger all the time. It's kind of neat. And some of you guys have sent me some clips on people who are like war photographers. Um, oh yeah, there's a lot of them. I wouldn't say they're all good, but some of them are. A lot of them are. But just putting yourself in harm's way, you got to respect, the art that's coming out of that at least. But or at least give it a shot. Anyway, I'm trying to make it over there, Rita, and if I make it over there, you definitely will see a video of that. Just to imagine someone walking or growing up in a building that later on in life that person turned out to be someone pretty famous. That's kind of cool to go see where their upbringings came from. And I get a chance to do that on this trip, so I'm going to try and do that. But thank you. That gives me another a point to go to, because the path that I'm taking is a sad path. It's right up the backbone of Utah and straddling Nevada, Utah, all the way up north. But it's pretty desolate out here. I mean, there's really nothing out here. There's not a lot. I'm scared to move the telephone. I've got, by the way, if you're getting any kind of quality out of this, be lucky today. Go buy a lottery ticket. I'm looking at 2 bars of 4G right now. I'm at 30% power. See, something's wrong here. I'm plugged in. I'm not getting enough power. That is also doing hotspot. Is that correct? Did I turn hotspot off? Hotspot is. I'm managing my power problem today. Not a problem. Yeah, hotspot is off. Okay. Okay. Brian wants to wake up next to Wonder Hussy. You thought as much. Yeah, I kind of like that character, Rita. Or any. One of my favorite movies is Butch Cassidy's Sundance Kid, and Paul Newman plays that character. I really like, but the Paul Newman, Robert Redford, Sundance Kid, and Butch Cassidy, that kind of camaraderie, you don't really find much anymore, and it seemed pretty genuine in the movie. I mean, it didn't look like they were acting that much, But I liked the movie, and that got me interested in a lot of these Western stories and folklore around people like that. So yeah. How did I like it? I liked that canyon. I don't even know how to pronounce it. Canyon. It's beautiful back there. I took a 2.5 mile hike to those 2 cabins that are out there, and yeah, it's beautiful out there. Absolutely stunning. Anna's burning curiosity is here, folks. Please, everyone, give her a nice warm hello. She has her own channel there, and very good at that too. Check her channel. I watched your last Explorer, Anna. That was really good. Wow, there's 27 people here. I'm sitting in the middle of it's a ghost town. There's charcoal kilns up here that they look interesting, but they're just that. Let me show you. You see the kids out there? We're hooked up to power. Maybe you should undo that for a second. Okay. I do this. They look like little alien. Yeah. I haven't gone exploring at all. I just saw this pulling up last night. I really haven't been out of the car. It's too damn cold, man. It's freaking cold up here. I went back 3 months in time somehow. And it's totally overcast right now, so I'm not getting much power. That's why I was checking my power to the phone, because it's only at 30%. My battery pack is drained, I'm pretty sure. I'm at 0. This takes all day to charge. And then this, I have 2 batteries left, and whatever juice is in this thing. It says 3, it says full power. I doubt that. Even if it is at full power, I only get about 20 minutes recording time out of it. So I got enough to do a day explore of the ruins, which I'll probably do. I was planning to do a night vision camera last night, but overcast happened, so I didn't get any moonlight. Anyway. I'm using aboriginal. Was it aboriginal? No, it's an aberration. An aberration of a Wi-Fi router is what I'm using. So it's going through it's going through the dark part of the world. It's going through hell, and then it's coming back up, giving you this feed. A lot of people have died giving you this feed. There is a buzzing in the background, and I can make it go away by doing this. That's my inverter that's running power to this cell phone. So now the clock is ticking. I got 30% power. That's probably about 30 minutes running weak Wi-Fi signal, streaming on a bright monitor. I don't know where my other power bank went. No, I think I know. I don't think it's charged at all, though. No. I've got another battery pack here that takes 2 days to charge, and well, that's down to nothing too. So I got 2 door weights here, and a soon-to-be door weight, mini door weight for those little doggy doors, and my cell phones. Now this cell phone is at 48%. This is doing okay. You see why I should have installed that battery isolator? Now I have a Bluetooth connection to my... Oh, come back. Here we go. Victron. It's my Victron Energy monitor, battery monitor. And this tells me my charge state. It says 91%. Don't really go by this. Go by that. It's at 13.39 volts. And it's charging right now at 3 amps, 3.23 amps, at 45 watts. Gives me a complete history, which is kind of nice. And I can also watch a graph trend. I have a graph just turned on just now. But if I wanted to watch that, I could do that too, if you're trying to track something down. It's an interesting little deal, but it keeps me from digging all my stuff out to see, where I'm at with my my power. can do it from the front seat. It's great. Yeah, it's one of those little loud inverters you get from like Camping World to plug your laptop into. That's all I have. It's that little. It looks like a power strip. That's military aircraft, I hear. It's 5:30 over there. Damn. It is 9:38 here. Camp Beatles, I will be able to do that by running the engine. Yes, I just have to install a battery isolator to do that. And there's the battery isolator. It's a Victron product as well. It's matched up to the alternator of the car. You plug one input here, and then you have two outputs here. So the positive coming in from the alternator goes here, and then I hook the battery for the car up to this, and then my positive to my solar setup here. And then anytime the car turns off from charging, it will top off this battery. So it switches between the two automatically. That's what this is all about. That was from Ross. Thank you, Ross. And yes, I should have installed that. I have not installed it, and the reason why is because there is a it's where I'm going to splice it in. I have to buy one more part. It's an extension to the battery cable that goes from the terminal to where I'm splicing. Once I buy that portion, I'm ready to go. Cheap, easy to do. I should have done that a while ago. I have not done that yet. So, that's what's up. Thing's been in my car for over 6 months. I need to take care of that. I think when I get back to Pahrump, that will be top of a list to get done. It's not much work. It just have to get all this stuff out of the car to get to the battery and splice that thing in. It will go in directly underneath where I'm sitting. That's the battery is located underneath where the spare tire is, believe it or not. It's down in there. But I've been doing this for 3 years, and the only trouble I have is when I travel during the day. Usually, during my hike yesterday, the solar panels were out while I was on the hike. So I got a bunch of juice in there. However, I spent the rest of the day traveling, so I was cut off from sunlight. Um, I don't know what's going on with this inverter, though. I don't know why it's not giving me enough juice to charge. It does sound sickly, though. It sounds funny when it first starts up. It screams like that, and it gets quiet. But it hasn't been getting as quiet as it used to, for some reason. Good morning. Oh, it's two batteries, but it's looked at as one battery bank. I've got 110 amps, 110 amp hour, excuse me, 255 amp hour 12 volt batteries. It's giving me about 310 total amp hours. I run off of amp hours. I know people do different things. I run off of amp hours. I'll calculate all the amps that I'm consuming on a heavy day. I extended that out to be, I can live after a full charge, I can live without sunlight for 3 days with the fridge running. So the fridge running, me using my computer and charging all my batteries all the time, about 3 days. After that, I have to get sun or plug in somewhere to shore power. It's down to about 2 days now after 3 years of running in this setup. I can get about 2 days. That's why you see me like, after a day of driving. My solar panels were out last night, but it is overcast right now. It's not as bright as it looks like. Let me turn the camera around. You're looking at the sun there. Sad state of affairs. That's the ghost town you're looking at out there. Turn around, camera. There we go. So that's what's up, folks. Making my way up north. I do remember, Rita, being by that Golden Spike monument. But I think what's more important to me is going to see that spiral jetty that you're talking about. I would love to see something like that. But I think that's my turnaround point to come back to Nevada and drop down in through past Pioche and back into Las Vegas area. And just cover all that in one trip. And that's this trip I'm taking right now. It's my ghost town sprawl. Anyway. Part of my guide is this, provided by Terry, I believe. Thank you, Terry. Be right back. Dishes, dishes, dishes. I'm always doing dishes. What is that? That's a ghost town. All those remains there. All through here. Man, it's fucking cold. Looks like a lot of mining going on out there too. A lot in these hills. There's a kilns right there on the hillside. There's a mining road going up the side of this mountain up back there. I'm gonna be here for a few days, so I'm gonna go check all this stuff out. Whew, gosh, I wish the frickin' sun would heat this place up a little bit. It's just kind of peeking out now. Brr. Damn, it's cold. Yeah, that's not good. That's cold. Oh, I'm backwards. Sorry, guys. Wondering what's going on, probably. Oh, no, I'm right. That's right. Is that right? Yeah, that's right. Finn's treasure was discovered, I believe, and verified. I think a lot of companies give him things so he can promote them. Yeah, send me the information, Rita. I just backed up in the comments here. Yeah, I'd like to see more information. Yeah, I would hate to carry around in a backpack any kind of solar panels. Someone had sent me a cell phone battery pack that you could open up, and it has solar panels, so you can set it out and get charged up. But I've never found that solar batteries or solar panels give you really super good charge on that kind of stuff. I don't know why. As you can see, I'm having problems right now. Larry needs a sponsorship. I don't know. Being sponsored kind of locks you down, doesn't it? Rather not be sponsored. See, I got 5% battery now. I have to plug this thing in. I have to. Sorry, guys. I have to plug it in. So. Come on, son. Give me some sunlight. Son, go explore. What am I doing? I gotta get that charge cable out. Strange. I lost the cable. I'm missing that white cable. Huh. I just had that yesterday. I was charging this with it. I put it into my computer bag, I think. And I can wait to do that, because that's going to take 2 days to charge anyway. And it won't be useful for me today. Cell phones, on the other hand, it's down to 5%. Oh, it's charging again. Good. See, the sunlight comes out. I can charge now. Yay. Okay. Both phones too on this one? Yeah, we're both charging. Good. Back to normal. Sorry, guys. Sorry for the false alarm. I could charge... I'm having a good time, partly because, it's the first time I ever had anyone, live streaming with me from a ghost town. I didn't even know I could do this. So now that I can, I'm pretty excited. I'm pretty hyped. I'm using Verizon, by the way. Okay. Let's start the long, tedious process of charging these batteries up. There we go. 0%. Okay. Sorry, folks. Got my nanners. I've got my bagels. And these are my dagels. Sourdough bread. And then I have my flour tortillas. Those sit out all the time because I'm told not to put the stuff in the fridge. So I don't. And I kind of agree. It's kind of nice to not have to thaw out the bread to eat it. You need it as a snack. It's kind of nice. And man, I want to close the back, but then I have to clean all the dishes or pile the dirty dishes in here. I'm not interested in doing that. I was tired last night. I got into camp here and it was windy and cold, so I just got the stuff out that I normally do. Moved water to the front seat. The reason why it sleeps with me is because I don't want it to freeze and crack. So, because it's 100% full right now. There's 8 gallons of water in there, and leaving it outside to freeze, it would have split. I'm not sure if it would do that at half full, but I'm not taking any chances. I bring it inside. That would be devastating for my water container to burst. I'd be not a happy person for a while until I get to a Walmart. They sell these at Walmart, these little pull things. Reliance, I think it's Reliance containers. I need a. Hey Jeff, how you doing? Good morning, Judy. Judy, I've learned a lot. The drawbacks of being off grid. No, you can't escape the dishes. My problem is I didn't do them last night when I ate. I usually do that right when I eat. Um, but I made top ramen last night. Shit food, I know, but I was cold. I just wanted to go to sleep, so I just, real quick, I was asleep. It's easy to clean that up. Just pour out, rinse out the inside, uh, the bowl as well. It's a stainless steel bowl. It's really easy to clean out. So I'm like, oh, I'll just do it in the morning. It's gonna be more of a hassle. It's just too cold. So that's what I did. Mm-mm-mm. SOI without water? Shit out of luck. SOL. Desert Deb, good morning. What's for breakfast? Coffee. I've learned a lot in the last year. Yeah, I have. Uh, I started out this trip with way too much stuff. You can watch what I had. I had a roof rack with a space container. It's the enclosed containers on the top of the car. I actually had the solar panels mounted to the top for a little bit. Collapsed. Only one panel open. I had plans to put both panels up here soon. Um, it takes money to do that. I'm guessing maybe $200 to make a rack to fit that specifically. It shouldn't be too hard. It's just ugh, don't want to do it, you know, because hauling that thing in and out of the car every day is a lot easier, Larry. Yeah, yeah. It's no, it's not. It's not. It's spending money on parts for this car to put a rack up there. Because then it'll look like someone's living out of the car, and I don't really like that look. I like slipping underneath the radar. Because from the road, looking at this car, it looks like, oh, someone just got a SUV and parked over there and went to sleep. Not, oh, someone's parked over there camping, living out of his vehicle. Not that I'm, at all embarrassed about that. It's just, I don't want to be hassled by the law when I'm doing what I'm doing. So, yeah, I've never been bothered in 3 years, ever, ever. Parking in parking lots, um, rule of thumb, not even a rule of thumb. It's the rule for Larry. You get permission to sleep in someone's parking lot. So if I'm at a Walmart, I will go to a Walmart and go to their customer service and say very kindly or ask kindly, I would like to, camp out in your parking lot for a night or two. Is that all right? Oh yeah, no problem. Usually, how they react, no problem. Just make sure you're on, X, Y, and Z part of the parking lot, whatever that might be, for whatever reason. They usually stick you where it's the loudest, uh, which is fine. Like where all the trucks are unloading and stuff, pulling up and unloading all hours of the day and night. But you get kind of used to the sound of it, so that's kind of nice. Plus, there's high security in those areas. They're watching the trucks leave, come and go, and how they're unloading and whatnot. Um, but you get permission first, and that allows you to sleep at night. If you don't get permission, you're just chucking camp somewhere. Well, expect a knock on the door if you're kind of think you're not supposed to be somewhere. This spot I picked here, yeah, it's on BLM land. It's well off the paved road by over a mile. And yeah, I figured by all the rules, this should be campable. It doesn't say no camping, no trespassing, nothing like that. And there's off road trails all over this place. So I feel pretty safe. Um, Safe from being, knocked on. I wouldn't say safe from like wildlife or anything like that, but you know, I got the sun booster here. The sun booster. This will at least, give me a fighting chance if I can get to it. But this goes with me. It's a hiking tool. But yeah, bringing too much with me at the beginning of this trip, I've learned a lot in the 3 years, 3.5 years I've been doing this. Uh, and I took clues from Adam the Woo. Just live simply. You don't need name brand things. You don't need most everything that you guys think you need. You don't really need it. My needs and wants are more hardware, and I got all that. I got everything I want, even down to my sunglasses, the shoes I wear, everything. I love it all. I got a supportive team of YouTubers and YouTubies. Uh, guys feel like my friends. I can't express that enough. Your comments, your attending these live streams in the middle of nowhere. Um, it makes this possible. All of it rolled into one little lump of dough that you're about ready to make bread out of. The bread is rising. Let's put it that way. It's not bread yet, but the channel's growing. It's healthy, I think. I feel comfortable in the direction it's going. I like this ghost town road trip I'm on. I can see it splintering off to do a whole bunch of things. Um, I'm always on that track of looking at American towns. So I saw a couple that I need to backtrack and go to on this trip alone. Minersville's one of them. Uh, it's a cute little town. I got caught up in trying to make camp, but now this is my little base camp for now, at least the next couple of days. I'm gonna radius out from here and do some exploring, but I'm going up north, and then I'm dropping back into Nevada and dropping down south in Nevada from there. I want to get back to Pioche eventually. At the end of this trip is Pioche. So that's the kind of loop I'm making up and back down again into Nevada. Or I don't know. Keep these gas donations up and I might just have to stay on the road forever. And that's not, I am on the road forever. What am I saying? But out of my hometown, I should say. Maybe. Pahrump. I have to get a physical address in Pahrump. They almost didn't, Pahrump almost didn't give me my registration because I need a physical address, and they said I have to take care of that. I'm going to take care of it, but oh man. It's not even going to cost me money. I have to submit a change of address, which I've done already, but I use my mailing address, my PO basically, my mailbox. But they were kind. They said, I told them what was up. I'm like, I live out of my car. I don't really have an address anymore, and how do I get around that? And they were looking at me like, are you crazy? And I'm like, well, it's kind of what I do. I should have said yes. I'm crazy. I mean, it takes a crazy person to do what I'm doing. A person in their right mind would never say, you know what, I'm gonna check out. Y'all suck. I'm gonna go do this thing for a while and get all happy again. It is crazy to do that. You know, your normal person wouldn't do what I'm doing. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Hey, good morning, Tim. Tim is like Mr. McFeely. You guys know who that is? You guys know who Mr. McFeely is? That's Tim. But hey, Judy, even though the panels being on the top and kind of like done nice, so they're kind of tucked away and not super noticeable, they are a giveaway. That's the first. Might as well just put a big sign on the outside of the car: "Living inside vehicle, human, warning, toxic area." No one's ever knocked on the X5 at night, ever. But that's again because I get permission and going to any place I go to, or I fit into the rules, so I won't be bothered. I don't go camping in a place I'm not supposed to go camping at. Well, I shouldn't say that. I have gone camping in places I shouldn't have gone camping, but they were so damn remote that I knew no park ranger would ever come back out there and say you can't camp here, because it would just be ridiculous. I was looking at BLM map for Nevada. Almost all of it was BLM except all of Pahrump. You're pretty much right. Um, yeah, it was real. I mean, pretty much all around Pahrump is BLM. You can camp all around it. Catch you later, Anna. Thank you for stopping in. Keep up the great work. Exactly, Timo. Just follow the rules, and if you're not, just be prepared. Be prepared to move out. When I camp illegally, I guess, I don't have my solar panels out, my water. It's all cramped in here. I'm just barely sleeping on this sliver. So if someone does knock, I just hop into the front. I don't have to leave the car. Just hop in the front and drive. That's it. Period. Be prepared. Uh, car tag's cheaper in Arizona. Man, I'm behind on this. I'm sorry. I'm just getting caught up here. Thanks, Rita. I'll check it out. Yeah, if you have anything you want to send me, please do. Catch you later, Rita. Thank you. Yeah, Jacob. I actually have relatives that live in Pahrump. I just don't want to rely on anyone. I really want to do this 100% on my own, but this is one thing that I cannot get over unless I rent an apartment or an RV spot. And it's like, what? Okay, Timo. Catch you later. I have to have a Pahrump address, or else I can't have a Pahrump residency and get all the perks from the DMV, like no smoke, stuff like that, or else everyone would be registering in Pahrump. So you have to actually have a physical address in Pahrump. I told them, well, you can mail me something to this address. It's a physical address, and they're like, no, you have to live there. I'm like, well, when I'm there, I'm living and I'm picking up my mail. Is that considered? No? Okay. Mind you, this is after standing in line for hours. Okay. And I'm sitting there and they finally call my number and I go up there and oh, everything was great. Oh, and your physical address? And I look at them like, here's where you hear the brakes screeching. And the train wreck's about to happen. But the ladies there were absolutely cool. They really helped, and they told me what I needed to do, and so hats off to the Pahrump DMV. They're doing a pretty damn good job considering all the hell they just went through with the COVID and everything. So hats off to them. I salute them. They did a good job. What am I looking for? We had a big windstorm last week in Pahrump, and I'm just cleaning the front lip. I'll show you guys how dirty this gets in just one dust storm. This is just the plastic top of the fridge. This thing, that's it. That's all I'm cleaning. It's disgusting living like this, people. Unless you're cleaning all the time. Even if you're cleaning all the time, it's never over. It's just like, okay, I'm done for now. And what I just did, cleaning, will be dirty within the next 20 minutes. You just got, it's this battle that you can never actually win. It's like trying to kill ants. You just know there's a shitload more out there that you just can't see. Small population that pops up above the ground. This person does, I know this of a video, a guy who's doing this artwork where he's pouring molten like aluminum. He melts aluminum basically in his backyard. He finds an ant hole and he pours this aluminum into the ant hole, and once it settles, he pulls it out, and it's basically, it looks like a tree, but it's basically where all the ants had gone, burrowed. It's pretty amazing. I watch some strange shit on TV or YouTube. I don't watch TV anymore unless it's rebroadcast onto YouTube. Like that's kind of how I watch the news. Pretty selective about what I'm watching. I'm really focused on the corruption trials in news. I guess it doesn't make me a better news watcher, but the sex trafficking scandal going on, the guy gets, the whole I guess tax evasion is what I'm calling it with the Trump organization. It's all fascinating stuff. I'm just kind of blown away that this is even going on. But that's all the news I really watch is that shit. I call it shit because it's not really news. We need actual news. The U.S. government approved X, Y, and Z, which will benefit Americans by a gazillion %. We're not hearing news like that. We're just hearing crap after crap after crap. I'm just done with that. Jesus, get depressed just talking about it. All these news networks need to rename their channels. It's not news. This is just hate reporting. It's PBS. PBS is kind of neutral. I guess. Nothing's free, folks. Nothing is free. Even the news networks have to make money and get greedy, cozy up with their sponsors, and give you their slant on what's going on in hopes to lobby their position. Whether it's Fox News, CNN, NBC, CBS, ABC, it doesn't matter. They all get paid by some corporation. YouTube even. I get paid by YouTube. YouTube gets paid by their advertisers. They share that with me. I piss those guys off. They shut down the advertising. If you shut up and play their game, they pay you money. In my case, maybe $1 a video. Maybe. But it's not what they make right out the gate. It's what they make over the course of their time on YouTube. So if you have a life expectancy on YouTube of a year, then yeah, you're never going to make money. But if you look at it as a long-time investment, and over time they might start making money as a whole, yeah, that's what Adam LaWoo did. He just put up a video day every day for what, 6 years, 7 years, and now all those videos in his catalog are all making a little bit of money all day long. It all trickles down in his account once a month. But can you make a video every day entertaining to people to watch? I can't. I've tried, and I can't come up with much. I'm at 3% charge. See, everything's charging now that the sun's here. The sun was here. I'm blabbing. Christine, you like being unplugged and just being secluded? It's nice. It has its perks, I think. I'm getting old. I'm enjoying being alone more. I'm enjoying less bullshit. I'm pretty easygoing, I think. It's when other people's non-easygoing ways get intertwined with mine. I'm just really not. Yeah, old. Yeah, well, I am. 53. I'm getting old. I'm feeling old. I'm having a down day today from activities because my knee's bothering me. My right knee on my hike yesterday, I jarred it. Kind of funny. Really simple, easy hike, but it's kind of one of those things where you think there's a step there and there's not. It kind of catches you off guard. Well, I had that happen to my knee, and when it happened, I'm like, oh, that's gonna hurt in the morning, and it's hurt. It's a little sore. So I'm probably going to take 2 Advil after this, and go for a stroll out here, not a hike, but just a walk. You saw I gave you guys a little overview of this whole little valley with mines all over the place. I'm just going to take a quick walk, take a survey, uh, come up with a game plan in my head on how I'm going to shoot this video. Maybe I should ask you guys before I shoot anything. You guys who were here earlier saw where I'm at. Do you guys have recommendations how I should put the video together? Throw them up in the comments. I put it in my head that I was going to be in pain. No, I just prepared myself for the next morning why is my knee hurting so much? And I can't remember why. I've been monitoring. I know what you're saying, Richard, but I get dinged up. It takes what used to take an hour or two to recover. It takes a week, so it's kind of bumming me out getting old. I'm used to recovering faster. Okay, maybe I'm not a mile off the road. I might be a quarter mile, but still, it's off the beaten road, main path. I'm not sure if I'd enjoy a hiking pole at this point or not. I have to give it a shot first. You're doing your volunteer. What volunteer thing are you doing? Gotta remember, I'm carrying a lot of equipment. 2 bags, camera in one hand. I could carry 1 pole, but then you'd hear poles in my video. I don't know. Just saying. sitting cross-legged like this is probably not a good idea either. I have to go use the restroom. TMI, I know, but I'll be right back. Freaking get colder? How is it colder now? Jesus. Come on. Really colder? Why don't you start snowing? Just get it over with. Jeez. I can't get to my shoes. It is nice and warm in here. Make this any better. There we go. Hi, Carambas. I'm in a ghost town, folks. I'm in a ghost town in Utah. That. Thank you for your email. Thank you for the email, Rita Joe. Pixel Peter, good morning. That's cool, Jeff. That's a good job, man. That's very kind of you to do that. April, how you doing, April? Good afternoon. Pixel Peter. I did see your comment, by the way. Thank you. You'll see that I put a heart by it. You see me put a heart, it means I read it. I like the comment. Yeah, thanks for putting it there. That's what I use the heart button for. Just to let everyone know it's not just a random person just liking your comment. It came from where I liked your comment. I'm having a good time on this trip already. I was making that thumbnail of my last video, making America's red, white, and blue, America's ghost town. And I think that's going to be the theme. I think that's it. I'm still in Utah. I'm going up north on Utah, in Utah now. I'm guessing I'm sitting at about 5,000 feet. I'm guessing. But man, it's bitterly cold. I wish I had a way of figuring this out. I've shut down everything. So I'm charging. I'll figure it out. I'm in Frisco, ghost town. It's not far off the beaten path at all. Only some sketchy parts out here. I really haven't used all-wheel drive in this thing yet. I mean, it's all-wheel drive all the time, but you can kind of tell when it kicks in. I haven't felt that yet. I was going to try and map out a couple more places today, but that can wait till tonight. I don't need to burn daylight doing that. I'm going to scope this area out today. We'll be in Moab this coming Tuesday, and we'll leave Memorial Day. What's this? You're at the Horse Thief Campground? That's a nice place. I really like that. 6,000 feet? Hey, Jan. Frisco's elevation, 6,400 feet. Jan, have you been here? Yeah, okay. Well, I'll shoot some good video. There's some old metal out here. Machinery, it looks like. It looks like a rotary. Looks like there was, I don't know. It's hard to see from here. There's a lot of rust. There's a lot of foundations, and there's a building with at least 3 walls left. But there's some charcoal kilns out here, like you see in the Mojave. And there's a bunch of mine shafts opened up. I don't have my helmet, so I won't be going into any adits, but it'd be fun to comb around and see what they have around the portals. So, or if there are any portals open. This is BLM after all. But everywhere I look on these hillsides, there's mining activity. Every hill I look at, especially the big ones behind me. Anywho, today and tomorrow it's going to be doing that, charging at the batteries, getting everything situated that way. Got plenty of food, plenty of water, tons of gas, and propane, that is. And I think I got a full tank of gas as well. I'm pretty situated, pretty well prepared for this trip. Yeah. I'm running out of things to talk about on this live stream. You guys have any questions? I've been on an hour and a half. That's why. Galena ore? Okay. Oh, Judy, yes. Matt's off-road recovery. Yes, they're based out of Hurricane. Pixel Peter, yeah, this is very interesting surroundings. It'll make for good stills, and I think an interesting story. I got a little bit of history to read up on. I got the internet available to me through 4G, but I got 2 days to film or to record what I'm seeing. Some interesting hills over here on the side to explore. There's a lot of human activity out here. A lot. A lot of hiking to do. Really easy hiking, groomed roads kind of hiking up to these adits. I'm excited, but I'm not, and I am. It's cold. It's fucking cold outside. I'm gonna have to put on some leggings or tights, I guess is what you call them. They're cycling tights. I use those as thermals underneath my pants instead of long johns. Long johns get all bunched up. The leggings, the tights are form fitting. They're nice. I like it. I'm not trying to set a new craze by walking around in just tights for guys. That's just wrong. Guys, no, wrong. Don't do that, guys. Don't. It's not guy-like. Well, depends on what kind of guy you are, I guess. I'm not going to get in trouble with that. Whoa. Okay. I'm going to call it quits so I can go wander around and shoot some video and some pics. I'm a poet and didn't know it. Set a new trend. Indeed. You guys will see. I'll shoot some video of this, at least of, my camping setup and everything like that, which I don't like to do, but yeah. I'll talk to you guys on the flip side. Night vision. Come on. I need some night vision of those charcoal kilns at night. That'd be so good to get. Bye, Judy. Bye. Bye, Desert, Deb, Adventure Princess, Tumbleweed Dirt Person. Take care, everyone. I will catch you guys all later. Are you sure you want to stop streaming? Can someone just write into